Hello everyone and welcome back to our another exciting episode of Career Talks with Cabinet. I'm your host Suryash and today we have been joined by a very special and incredibly esteemed guest, Dr. Raghav Vadhera. Welcome sir to our podcast. It's a true honor to have you here today with us. Sir, for the audience who might not know you, would you please introduce yourself?
Sure, Suresh. Thank you for inviting me. Those who don't know me, my name is Dr. Raghav Vadhera. I have been working in the field of AI and cyber for the last 7 years, but more so in AI. Then later on, I shifted some work on cyber side. If I go backward, I have done my PhD in cybersecurity from George Washington University, and I did my PhD in AI from University of Texas. And my focus has been reinforcement learning.
Okay.
And then in cyber, I focused on how to create a cyber resilience framework for defense companies. That was the company which the company I work for called Raytheon. They sponsored my both PhDs. Other than that, I have been working for MIT Lincoln Lab, again in research area of cyber and AI. And then briefly, I worked for a few years in Harvard. There I picked up my MBA, and then back here in India, where my roots are, I was from IIT Delhi. I did my MTech Computer Science.
Wow, wonderful.
And then, so that's the high-level journey. But if I see deeply, my roots are in a very simple school system in India, which is Ramakrishna Mission.
Okay.
And apart from studies, I do a lot of fun things. I travel a lot. I go and give some. I try to spread knowledge about AI and machine learning, and also for cyber to different places. And there are 2 books to my credit. One is in AI, one in cyber, which I can share with you. So it's a little long, but this is what about me I can want to say.
That is a lot of achievements, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for coming. Also, sir, before moving to the questions, as you've already explained your journey, we would want to know who is that student behind these achievements, award, recognitions. Who were you as a student when you were back then in college?
I'll take one step further.
All right.
During the school, I mean, I really value the Indian school system where I studied. They were very simple, basic schools, but the teachers were always encouraging us to be very curious, ask questions, right?
All right.
And I would share that I won't be shy to say that I was very naughty. I was trying to always discover something. I used to get often in trouble. I remember when I was growing up, the radios has these valves. But old radios, right? They were not digital. They had a valves.
Right.
And as a 7-year-old child, I wanted to see where the voice is coming up. So I opened the radio and I tried to take a spoon and I tried to hit the wall, and I broke the radio. But it was my curiosity. I wanted to see where the things is science is behaving like that. So that is what my I would say that journey that which kept going on with me, and I kept focusing on always something new. I mean, I do have a lot of interest in our Indian philosophy and our Indian epics like Ramayana, Mahabharata and all.
Right.
And they have a lot of scientific twist to that. Like, Pushpa, like Lord Rama went to the plane. So I've always asked, back in those days, there were a plane, or all these Brahmastra, all these things we talk about. So now when I relate back to this new science, I say, wow, everything is possible. So I often remember, I had a friend, his name was Robert El Monte at MIT Lincoln Lab.
Okay.
He used to always say something that there is nothing new we discover. We are rediscovering what we already have lost the knowledge.
Yeah.
So I think coming back to your question, the focus to understand and ask the right questions, and then be very focused and have a perseverance to follow the answers. Most of the time we have curiosity, we try to find answer and we leave it there.
Right.
I want to take 2 steps further. I want to go and knock some doors, push some envelopes, read some books, try to understand now on the internet to what is the real answer behind that.
Wow.
So that feeds my mind to look more into deeper research and try to see how a science and a philosophy and the experimentation is fueling this innovation and all those stuff.
Wonderful, sir. That actually sounds like that you had a research kind of a brain since childhood, because this curiosity leads to deep knowledge into something, right? Thank you so much for those insights. Also, sir, very first question that we have is that we often look for our success, and you also know, we all know that success requires some sacrifices. So what was that one sacrifice, or maybe more, you have made which people generally overlooks, but that sacrifice has made you the person you are today, sir?
So you have a right question, Suresh. Nothing comes easy, right?
Right.
If you want to achieve something, you have to be very focused. So for example, as a student, like if you're a student, in order to get good grades in exam, You have to shut your doors from different distractions, correct?
True.
There's a lot in this world to attract you and look for the mind share, looking for your time space.
Right.
So you have to shut down your doors, and this is your goal. So from childhood, I have a habit of writing my goals and my future one-year plan on the wall, like a whiteboard or blackboard, whatever you can call. And I see every day when I get up in the morning. So I slowly start living the dream. And it helps you to motivate to do right actions, to spend my time wisely, to focus on all those things. So sacrifice for me, I mean, as you know that I started my first PhD at age 50, which is not easy, right?
Yeah, totally, I agree.
So, and plus while doing a full-time job. So my sacrifice was for those 4 years I had to finish, and I have a deadline. I cut myself off from entire world. My life was my work, going to the lab in the evening. I remember late evening when I go to lab, the sun is setting down and the moon is trying to come up, and I used to look at them. I said, you are my witness. I'm going to work hard. I'm going to achieve it. So I kept saying every day same thing because it was a hard task to finish up in 4 years.
I understand.
And then when you वो हिंदी में कहते नहीं है जिस चीज़ की आप इच्छा करें वो कायनात भी आपको मिलाने की कोशिश करती है. So if you put your soul into something, so when I used to go to the lab in the night time to research, I never used to get up from the chair, trust me, except for the natural call for bathrooms and all. I will sit on the chair and I will keep doing. I think sometime at 3 a.m. or 4 a.m. in the morning or 6 a.m. in the morning, when I find my results, I'll send it to my professor. So sacrifices in the sense like I never saw the fun part, never saw any movie. I just was going back and forth to the work, and then once when you achieve the results, when you see something you're working on, it's giving you the results.
Right.
That was a kick. That was a fun I was having.
Exactly.
So my sacrifice was I was away from family, away from friends, away from parties. I was totally focused on something. So that's what something कहते हैं ना हिंदी में बोलते हैं आपको पागल की तरह पीछे पड़ना पड़ता है किसी चीज़ के लिए.
बिल्कुल.
So that's what my focus was that time.
Sir, thank you so much for this also, because this is truly very inspiring, since we all know that we need to work hard. But what that work hard is, that is what you have explained right now, and to get such success. Also, sir, you are the very right person to ask this next question which we had. Since you are working at the intersection of AI and cybersecurity, and as we know, as AI evolves, the need for cybersecurity also rises, right? So how does these AI and cybersecurity domains works cross-functionally?
That's a very, very interesting and good question. Thanks you asked me about that.
Thank you, sir.
So since I just finished a story that I finished my first PhD in 4 years, it always used to bother me because I used to listen all the attacks happening. And while I was working at my first project at Lincoln Lab was with the cybersecurity group, where we actually used, this is back in 2014, we used an AI model called Glassamer, which used to create this fake traffic. And then we create malwares and all using AI tools. So although I was participating in this project from an AI point of view, but that gave me a first introduction about how these cyber tools, cyber weapons are created. So I don't know about India, but now countries are having, apart from Air Force Command, Navy Command, they have Cyber Command now. You can bring the country down in few buttons, by pushing few buttons, then shooting a bullet. So cyber is very powerful. Like you saw, drone is now taking part in the attacks and all. So cyber is so important, and then from a personal security of your data to the country to the infrastructure, everything is connected with the internet, right? So, so when AI could create the tools to create malware, it brought me to the curiosity that that it's going to be very difficult to manage that, because a lot of new cyber weapons are created, a lot of malwares, a lot of attack scenarios are going to be created. So for me, while working on AI project or thinking about these innovative products I was working on, security was never a second thought. It has to be built it from the beginning. So it's called secure programming, secure architecture. And later on, the zero trust architectures. They are the fundamental backbone for any product, any design which I approve or I help my team to work on, or if I suggest to a client. So cyber and AI are going hand in hand with me. Means I want to create a system which is interoperable, which is expandable, which solves the purpose, which meets the customer's need. But on the same note, I want to have it very secure, because customer data is his lifeline. Companies want to protect their intellectual property, especially in the defense company where I work. Attacks can bring the country down. So now coming back to the cross section, AI can be destructive and constructive both. So we can use AI to create the malwares and cyber weapons. On the same note, I need AI to expose the vulnerabilities on my system and a product, and help the cyber resilience on my part. So they both go very well in hand. So that's what prompted me to do my second doctorate of engineering in cybersecurity through George Washington University. And my research was focusing on how to use AI tools, how to use reinforcement learning to create a policy to build a secure system and help the cyber resilience framework. So this is all, it's very natural buddies, you know.
A very good combination of education you have pursued, and that had given us a lot of understanding about AI and cybersecurity both. Thank you, sir, for that. Sir, as you are sharing your insights and giving guidance to a lot of students and the audience here, sir, what was that one piece of advice you must have got in life, maybe your teacher or your other mentors or any of the person had given you, which had actually helped you a lot in your life personally?
I mean, if I think deeper, I have two prominent mentors. One is my father,
Oh, wow,
and
wonderful.
one is my PhD advisor.
Okay.
At both stages, they were important. So my father, when I was growing up, he had put a poster of Lord Krishna in front of my wall,
Okay.
and it used to say, "कार्य कठिन है, इसीलिए करने योग्य है. साधारण कार्य तो सभी किया करते हैं." Means that a task is challenging. That's why it's
Yeah.
worth pursuing. Anybody can do an easy task.
That is
So
true.
my father, he went through a very hardship and a lot of challenges building his life. So he always encouraged us to work hard, be focused. So he created that environment for me, and he always raised the bar for me that, you know, what next, what next. So his advice was always that you have to be very focused, and he said there is no shortcut to hard work, right?
True.
So you can be smart, but between a hard work and smartness, the person who works hard will win, right? So, so that was the advice he gave me, and I kept myself very focused. And I had this plan, like, you know, I usually write 5-year plan, 3-year plan, and 1-year plan, even till today. So
Right.
I, based on his advice, I have those plans, and I slowly I realize them, and I focus on that. Now, with my, with respect to my PhD advisor, Dr. Huber, he's from Germany.
Okay.
Oftentimes I was frustrated. I was not getting the results, and I will meet him in the morning. We have a lot of meetings, and I really owe him to a lot. Like if at 3 a.m. I'm sending a message, next morning in 7 a.m. I'm getting the answer back. So he was equally working hard with me and supporting my research. So his advice was that, you know, things which you cannot control, he said, pray to God.
Pray to God. Yes.
But things which you can control, you must control.
You must
So he's giving the same message to me that what is in my control, my hard work, my focus, my research, how much I can put into that is in my control. So, and then also the perseverance, never give up.
Right.
Even you're finding not results are not moving forward, it's very frustrating experience doing a research, right? You move
Yeah.
forward for 3 weeks, 4 weeks, and then you find results are not supporting. Then you go back to the fundamentals, try to take a different approach and try again. So
Yeah.
maybe after 5 approaches, 6 approach may help you, but the failures are teaching you something.
Always.
Right?
Always.
So again, by perseverance means that I'm not giving up.
That is true.
Because the moment you lose enthusiasm, the moment you lose a commitment, the moment you lose a focus, you will go nowhere. So that was his advice, to be perseverance, keep focus, keep moving forward. Failure should not stop you. So these are two very strong motivational tips both my
Right.
mentors gave me, so I owe a lot to them.
That was a very wisdomful answer, sir. And also, you have put a very unique opinion on this, that smart work, between hard work and smart work, hard work wins. We generally hear that smart work wins, but you have shared your story and it is truly inspirational. Then I do agree to you that yes, hard work
No,
always
you have to
does
work
win.
hard smartly.
That is also
not like just going nowhere. You should
right.
have a plan, think smartly, but work hard.
Work
Don't
hard
give
for
up.
that. Very true, sir. Also, sir, if you were a student of 3rd year, 4th year, or maybe a college student who wanted to pursue your career in AI, what roadmap you would have designed for yourself for a year so that you would have gone somewhere in the field of AI?
So what is the timeline you're giving me? 1 year?
1 year, sir. Yeah.
So, okay, so as I said, any big problem has to be divided into a smaller problem.
Yes.
So I'll keep again 1 month, 3 months, 6 months, and 9 months and 12 months goals.
Okay.
So first year I will do my self-assessment. I will look
Okay.
at the skills and the market demands, what
Very
is happening in the world.
Yeah.
What kind of, like for example, things are changing very fast, right?
Very fast.
So I have to, if my target is moving, so I have to move forward to the target and see, I have to perceive and I have to see what is going to be very popular 3 years from now. What is, where
Right.
the direction of research is going. So I will often read the newspapers, journals, attend some conferences, listen to some good podcasts, see what these future scientists are telling us about. Then I will see my skill gap assessment. I've done my MBA also. So you do the SWOT analysis, strength, weakness, and what is that? Opportunities and threats, right?
Yes.
So I'll see where I am standing in that. What are my shortcomings? What skill gap I have?
Right.
So that 1 month will give me a boilerplate that will help me to put a plan together. So by end of 1 month, I should have a plan. In next 3 months, I will focus on the skills and my gaps to cover that way, right? So once I have captured my gaps and I have learned, or at least got some understanding of those skills, then next 6 months should be like I will take a project and implement it. So it can be RAG-based agentic AI, or it can be reinforcement learning with policy creation. I will try to take some projects and work on that and put my code to the GitHub and learn from that. So that's something gives me not only understanding, but when you do something, you understand better.
That is true.
And that will make you more, my father used to say, more you know, you find out less you know. So it's an ocean. So then you will know reality that, you know, where I'm lacking, what. So you may have to go back to the first month kind of thing and change your plan. But 6 months will give you, 6 to 7 months will give you enough understanding that where do you stand. And then last 5 months, I will really work hard to execute some of the projects and also market myself, make my work known to the universe by instead of LinkedIn or GitHub and not. And then last 1 month, I will sit down and meditate and see where I have reached, what I have learned, where my failures are, and try to improve that. But yeah, since timeline is very short, I will start, if I'm doing very well in last 1 month, I'll start marketing, making connections, trying to look for opportunities, or if I want to do research, connect with those people who are doing very cutting edge research. Because for me, my life is very unique. I may not get the same life as what I have right now. So if I'm working hard, I would rather work hard for the best project in life and at the best institution. But if I have to work, I want to work for the best company who gives me opportunity to solve the complex problem. So that should be my end of 12 year. I should be strong enough to, at least if I don't have a job, at least I have a very solid plan. Then following 12 months of my 1 year planning, next 3 months I should land in a job and opportunity. And again, I will apply where my heart goes, and money will be my secondary factor, because if I'm jumping into a new field, quality of work and commitment, and then the level of expertise I'm going to gain is more important than the salary somebody is going to pay me. So that's my 1 year plan. I hope I answered that.
Yes, truly you have answered it in a very precise and very structured way, and I personally like this plan as well. I would implement it because I'm in my final year, so I will try to look forward to this plan, because having a plan and executing it and practically experiencing it is a different ballgame altogether. Also, sir, as we are at the Global AI Summit today, so sir, what mindset would you suggest to the audience or the students who are going to attend this Global AI Summit should have in order to extract the most out of this Global AI Summit?
So I think I'll take example of you and Janvi,
yes.
And all these people there. I found that you guys were very upfront, you connected with me. So take my example.
Right.
So you are smart enough to know, because you know what guests are coming for your thing. So you, if I were you, I will study about their background, see what they offer to me. So again, I take a very famous quote from my Harvard professor. He used to say that everybody wants to listen to WII-FM radio station. What is that? Ask me a question. What is that?
What is that, sir?
So, you know, like FM stations.
Yeah,
so my professor was jokingly saying WII-FM. What is in it for me? So nothing wrong to be selfish.
Right.
If you want to grow forward, you have focus. So you try to extract the knowledge and read about the people who are coming to make presentations. Well, it's a good opportunity to meet the global leaders, right, in their field. So learn about them, look at their work, Google about them, and then see if your goals are mapping to their skill set or their experience. And then try to network just like you're doing. You guys are very humble, very respectful. So it's very, very natural way of me as a person to be impressed with your curiosity, your dedication, your respect. And I would like to offer my time and energy and see where I can help you to make your career and the future decisions. So what knowledge I have, you take it from me. If Mr. Chakravarti from England is here, you can talk to him and get his knowledge, and sidewise other professors or teachers. So that's what your goal should be.
Thank you, sir. We are fortunate enough to have you here and other international delegates as well, whom we can connect and learn from. Also, sir, not the last, but we are going to have a rapid fire round with you, in which you have to answer it either in one word or one sentence you can use.
Okay, that's
All right.
a tough one.
So shall we start?
Okay.
Yeah. So if you were having the ability to teleport somewhere, which country or city would it be?
You mean like I have to disappear from where I am into
Yes,
the place?
right now. Yes. Which country or city would it be?
I don't know if you like the answer, but I would like to go back to my childhood city.
Oh wow.
Like I was
Childhood
born in
city.
Kanpur, and
Okay.
the time has changed.
Wow.
Right,
Yes.
the society I lived around, there was a lot of cohesiveness. People loved each other. We can go to anybody's house. So kind of love and connection and bonding I have experienced when I was growing up, I don't see that anymore now. So I would like to go back to my childhood where I was very happy and relaxed.
I personally love this answer, sir.
Right.
Second question is that if your life had a background soundtrack, which music would be playing right now?
I'm a big fan of Bollywood.
Bollywood,
Okay.
yeah. Even I
And
love
I
Bollywood.
grew up watching Rajesh Khanna. I don't know if you guys know that.
Rajesh
He
Khanna, I
was
know.
the first superstar. So I still remember vividly when I was young watching a movie, and there was a song which has a philosophical tone to that.
Okay.
And the song says, Zindagi ek safar hai suhana.
Yeah, I've
Yahan
heard that
kal
song.
kya ho kisne jana.
It's a very famous
So
song.
that the meaning of that song is that life is a very beautiful journey,
Beautiful song.
and what is next going to happen, nobody knows that.
Nobody knows.
So that answers my question that a lot of things doesn't happen as I want it to happen, right?
Right.
But then now either I crib about it and complain about it, or I should have a kick out of that and have fun and adventure out of that. So that's what drives my life philosophy, because a lot of things I planned never happened.
Yeah.
But then that brought me to a different junction.
Different
Like
direction.
who does PhD at 50, right? But something in my
yeah,
life
yeah.
happened to make sure that I go into this direction. So that's the kick. When I was growing up, I never thought I'd live in abroad. I'm very, I went through a very good Sanskrit school and Hindi schools where they taught us that you have to take care of your parents when you get old,
Right.
right?
Right.
So I never wanted to leave parents, and then the respect towards the country, Bharat Mata jisko bolte
Bharat
hain.
Mata.
So I didn't want to do anything leave that country, but so I never dreamt of living abroad. But last 30 years I'm in America.
Right.
So now I'm not complaining. Let me have fun out of that, right? Because I can't control those things.
Yeah, yeah.
So that's the song which you told me has very, very
It's very
good
famous.
philosophy,
Yes,
and
yeah.
it always keeps playing in my background.
Right. Very thoughtful answers, honestly. All right, next question is, if you were a superhero, which character would you pick?
Ooh. I would like to be in futuristic, right? So nowadays, there's a lot of humanoids are coming, right? You know what
Humanoid,
humanoids are, right?
yeah.
The AI-based,
AI-based robots.
human robots model.
Yes.
So I like to be a very powerful AI humanoid, which can be good in sports, which can be good in critical thinking, which can do a lot of things. It has a drone capability, it can fly, it can go underwater, it can push the boundaries of human life,
Right.
which humans cannot do that. So
Okay.
that would be my superhero,
I can
which
see
I
that.
haven't named it.
I can see that coming from a technical background, right?
Right.
Last question we have is, if you were to buy something which you don't need in general, what would that thing be?
If I have to buy something which I don't need it, then why would
Yeah.
I buy?
Maybe like watches or something which you desire to buy, or maybe you like to buy, but you don't need it. You want
So
it.
it's more by desire and
Yeah,
all
yeah.
this stuff. What do I need to buy? Very expensive thing.
Very expensive.
I learned flying, right? I don't know
Yeah.
if I told you in YouTube, I've
yeah,
taken a
you've shown
flying
me the
lesson.
video, yes.
So I would like to buy a plane
Buy a plane,
because I don't need it, but if choice is given to me, money is given to me, because I like to travel.
right?
So my fun part of my life is that go to different places which I've never seen before,
Yeah.
and live with those tribes, with those communities, and be part of them. So the flying engine, the plane will give me that flexibility that I can pack and tomorrow fly somewhere else. Especially in America, it's possible. You can keep a private plane and you can do that.
Oh,
I don't know, in India also it's possible, but it's not that popular. But in US,
Right.
people keep their private plane. You
okay.
park it and you can fly anywhere. So that's something I would like to buy if I have the money.
Wonderful, sir. That was such a fun answer. I would want to do that as well when I grow up, because I like traveling too. So those were all the questions which we had, sir. Thank you so much for sharing your valuable insights. It was truly encouraging and inspiring. The way you have precisely structured the answers,
Mhm.
they have given the clarity of thought entirely. That was super wonderful, sir.
Oh,
Thank you so much for your time and energy.
Suresh?
And Suryash.
Suresh, right?
Yes.
No, we be very thoughtful, and I can guarantee you if you follow some of my advice, which I got very
I
late
will
in my
definitely,
life,
sir.
well, definitely you'll find the benefits of that in life. So once again, thank you for inviting me, to you, to
Thank you so much.
Janvi,
Janvi, yes.
and I don't remember other student's name.
It's our team.
What's the name again? Nidhi?
It's Nidhi.
Nidhi,
Yeah.
you guys are wonderful and very progressive. You guys are the highlight of this university. So keep doing well in life and stay in
Sure,
touch.
sure.
And let me know if some of my words were real or fake. I mean,
It
you
was-
got benefit of that, let me know.
Truly, sir, we did get benefit out of that, and I think the audience will also benefit out of what you have said. It was very well structured answer, sir, and honestly, the insights were close to your heart, I believe. You have shared your story. It was not only a general perspective which you have gained out of reading some self-help books. It
No,
was
I'm
your
not.
story.
I had, let me close with this. I have two
Yes.
kids, right?
Yeah,
My son and a daughter.
all right.
So I was a strict father. I wanted them to study well because my dad was very strict too.
Yeah,
So fun, I know that kids will find it.
right.
So I don't have to be friends to my kids. I do when they grow up.
Right.
So my son is very accomplished doctor now in orthopedic. He has a lot of
Wow.
research. And my daughter
Great.
didn't listen to me. She is a teacher. So not that I don't respect that, but
Right.
she chose different paths. So if you want to be something, then you have to be something and you have to follow somebody who achieves something. So
That
that's
is
the
true.
moral of the story that, it's a real life. It's one life God has given you. Make best use of it and keep the clutter out of your mind share, right?
True, sir.
Thank you very
Beautiful.
much. Right.
Thank you so much, sir. You have actually concluded in a better way than I would have done. Thank you for that. For the audience, do subscribe, like, and comment down your questions below as well, so that we can pick those questions in our another podcast. And sir has already concluded everything. I'm not supposed to conclude it in front of him. It is going to be disrespect. So I'm your host Suryash Pandey signing off. Stay curious, stay tuned, and we'll see you in the next podcast.